we go. Yo, what you doing here in Plainview, man?
I live here now. And it was either Wolfpack or Dynasty for Club League, and I didn't want to play with you. So I chose Wolfpack.
Yeah, so you want the scouts to see you playing on the losing team and see a star on that, okay.
I'm going to get the scouts to notice me by shooting every chance I get. I mean, if I play with you, you'll be yelling at me to make the extra pass.
That's right, because I want to win.
Okay, that's all you think the scouts care about?
Yeah, the scouts care if you can win, bro.
Okay, then you really are stupid, bro. Let me give you some game, man.
Here we go. All right.
Scouts only care if you got the skills that translate to the next level. That's it. Point blank, end of story.
Well, you only prove that by winning.
No, you prove that by showing how you can help them win at the next level. All right, I'm cocky, but I'm not stupid, MP. All right, I'm not a high flyer. I'm not a rim protector. So if I want to lead this broke down town, I have to prove I can shoot.
That makes sense, bro. Because you're small.
Man, you ain't got to be Wimby to shoot out the gym. But since you care so much, I'm going to give you that L you've been asking for.
Yeah, I bet. Let's do it.
Bet.
We're here in Plainview, Illinois, tonight's venue for Club League basketball between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. Good evening, everyone. I'm Joe Lamy alongside Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. What a game this should be between two heated rivals on the club circuit.
Heated rivals indeed. Rarely do you see teams like this dislike each other this much, especially in the Club League circuit. But you know what? This is a showcase game for both teams.
At the center of it all will be MP, the star player for the Dynasty. He'll be tasked with keeping their winning streak alive.
Looking to make it a dozen straight wins to start the Club League season. But I know the Wolfpack are licking their chops at the prospect of ending the Dynasty's win streak. And how excited are you for this? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other.
Outside Stauffer. Passes to Wells. Fires from deep. Johnson with the rebound. And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
He's too good a shooter to leave open. That's a breakdown defensively.
Three-pointer, Patrick Wells sinks the trays.
Oh, wow. Wells relishing at the chance to get some revenge from beyond the arc.
And when Patrick Wells joined this team, he added some much-needed shooting that elevated this team to the next level.
Ding! Yeah, just like an elevator joke. Really dialing up the damage potential this team now has from deep. Nice flow to this sequence. Like to see the players working as a unit.
Fires for three. Another miss by Wells. Outside, it's Johnson. Luan. Back to Johnson. And so it looks like the Dynasty will retain possession here.
And he almost got his hands on that one.
Nice job mucking it up with the deflection, though.
Up top, Hawkins. Stolen by Robinson. Wells outside. Let's go with the three. Another miss by Wells.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy, it's been lacking. Try something different, if you ask me.
And for Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack, he moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him, and I know the Wolfpack would have liked to see more of him. Unfortunately, he's been plagued by back problems, which can't be fun. You wonder how long he'll be able to keep playing for.
Now Wells. Pass over to Robinson. Over Dillard. On the mark with the 15-footer that time.
You know, it's so nice to see Wells move the ball like this. This is important to his overall development.
Here's Dillard. Fisher. James covering. Count that one.
You see the chemistry between teammates on the assist. Totally in sync.
The Wolfpack trailing here. Passes to Wells. Drops it in from long range.
Able to play at a quick pace. Wells gets the ball and instantly has a shot up.
And with the high school season now in the rearview mirror, for many of these players, they are solely focused on club play.
And winning on the club circuit is their only goal as of now. I'd expect that to mean the games are going to be a little bit more chippy because of that.
Terrific pass there, setting up his teammate well.
The Dynasty grab the miss. It's Dillard outside. Johnson, and it's in there!
Nice job there by Dillard, delivering the pass on target. He's been working on that. He always does. Nice job.
Outside Stauffer. Robinson sets the screen. Johnson with the rebound.
I'll bet he can't believe that layup didn't fall.
You look at this Wolfpack roster, a lot of players who have played college ball, but Patrick Wells could be the barometer.
And they are ecstatic to have him with the team. Add some much-needed shooting. They're hoping he can change the fate of their season. And timeout called by the Dynasty.
Substitution for the Wolfpack. Time called. Substitution for the Dynasty. Tim Powell.
The Dynasty leading. Right side Johnson. Pass to Cobb. To the middle. And that one is stuffed right through.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
And he used the rim to protect the ball.
It's a great job of showing some awareness along with a terrific finish.
Now here's Carter. Outside Erickson. Carter. Returns it to Erickson. That's good. And Deshaun Carter with the assist. And with a showcase game like this and tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game, setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report.
Now here's Cordova to the inside. Fresh. Johnson with the rebound. Pass to Junior from downtown. Knocks it down from distance.
Plain and simple, they're shooting the ball much better than the opposition right now.
Yeah, their offense just looks smoother, getting whatever shot that they want out there.
Here's Carter. And the foul called on Junior. That is his first foul of the game. And the Wolfpack making a change here.
Substitution for the Dynasty. Jonathan Lack. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
Pass to Andrews. Carter. No good on the shot.
When I talked to Wolfpack shooting guard Deshaun Carter pregame, he had a tablet with some personal scouting notes, animated plays, and video highlights.
Yeah, Danny, I was looking at his tablet, and he even had a My NBA franchise with creative players to represent each team. That level of dedicated planning makes him a database of information on these teams.
Now here's Cordova. Can they get it? And it's Jonathan Lack with the rebound. Outside, it's Johnson. Pass to Lack. Junior to the right side.
2 minutes.
Right side, Johnson. Back to Fisher. Cobb down to 5 on the shot clock. Lack, good.
They keep finding ways to pad their lead, and it just continues to grow.
All facets of their game are clicking. They look like a well-oiled machine out there.
Brett Hawkins.
Nothing has come easily for them today.
Not at all. It isn't what you'd call the best performances from them.
The size on the bench for both teams is formidable.
Oh, yeah, Danny, this team is stacked. I was looking up to some of the players walking in as we set up tonight. Woo, they're tall. I know one thing, though. I wouldn't take too many shots inside with either second unit tonight.
MP has been something else this first half, well on its way to a huge game. Outside Stauffer. Down low. Here's Wells. Misses in close.
And they're desperate for a bucket.
They can totally feel it slipping away. Got to get a jump start for their offense.
Here's Johnson through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there. A difficult situation for the Wolfpack here. Just looking to get anything going offensively.
Honestly, it feels like there's a lid on the hoop right now.
Michael Stauffer on the wing. Hawkins covering. Shot clock at 6. And once again off the mark by the Wolfpack. And now the Dynasty with it. 19-point lead, which is the biggest of the game. Here's Johnson. And he takes the feed and stride and slams it home. It's very easy to see why MP is so high on the scouts list with how he's scoring tonight. It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that and stop this run.
Wells outside. The 3. That one's off. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Dynasty ahead, opening a huge gap. And we step aside now for a short break. Stay with us. The teams have had their break. The Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. Here's Wells. And in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Whoosh! I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals is so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one.
Now here's Johnson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws coming up.
Third personal foul.
That one on James.
First team foul.
No good at the free throw line.
For the Dynasty, number 3. Taking 2 shots.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. To the paint. Here's Robinson. Can't cash it in from close range. Great ball movement. They're sharing the rock.
And they're keeping everyone involved and engaged.
Pass to Luan. Back to Johnson. And Robinson pulls it down. Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team. His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. Speaking of, I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content.
Johnson and Hopkins pulls it down. This has been a very one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a very nice job of extending their lead.
Back to Johnson. And he uses the glass on the layup. And you love how MP has been able to put up the points with all the scouts watching. Here's Wells. 9 points in this one. No good from outside. Outside, it's Johnson. Inside. And the dunk to finish it off. What a beauty.
He might be small for a center, but it doesn't matter because he can jump out of the building. And for Eric Dillard, he's a standout at the high school level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He can just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix. Pass over to Dillard. Here's Luan. Timmerman defending. Down low. And it's the Wolfpack with the rebound.
He can be hesitant near the rim. We saw it right there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up strong enough.
Now here's Stauffer. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in this game from him. Shot clock at 5. Here's Robinson. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. Outside, it's Johnson. Pass over to Dillard. Hopkins outside. Johnson. Yes, and it's Brett Hopkins picking up the assist. And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a 3-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
And he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
Wells, no good.
from Steph Curry range. He does have that in this game.
Yeah, that used to be a bad shot for anyone out there, and suddenly it's not anymore.
Johnson with the bucket. And what a game for MP. He is showing out with a 30-point evening. Wells with it. 9 points in this one. Time called as the Wolfpack decided to talk things over.
He's been ice cold, like a cooler, forcing a lot of shots, and the team suffering. Instead, he needs to get the ball moving, get other teammates involved right now.
Substitution for the Dynasty. Dave Zadirko, Ricky Davidson, Jason Jr., Danny Cobb. Substitution for the Wolfpack.
Wolfpack making a change here. And the Dynasty call time here.
Substitution for the Wolfpack. Timeout.
And on the bench for the Wolfpack, Coach Barry Bay. He's been with the program several years now and is trying to continue the success they've had this past decade.
Yeah, and standing directly in his path once again is the Dynasty. But with new leadership on the court from Patrick Wells, Coach is hopeful that the tide is about to turn for the Pack.
Now here's Carter. And Cobb picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so here it's the Wolfpack. Pass to Carter. Andrews, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fresh. That one wide left. They're making this a runaway.
At this point, the only question is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's Johnson, and he banks in the layup.
Well, all game long, we've seen the passion that these teams have played with. No let up, no quit from anyone on the roster.
Yeah, passion is definitely one way to say it. Nothing that we can repeat on air, but it certainly seems beyond a little friendly ribbon.
Now here's Johnson. Out to the left wing. Now it's Carter outside. Pass to Andrews. Joey Johnson for 3. That one doesn't drop.
Throughout this period, he's really had a hard time scoring.
And sometimes you're not feeling it, but it could be an opportunity to maybe create something for someone else.
Johnson with the bucket.
He's the leading scorer in the game and has been the dominant figure today, no doubt.
You compare how this game has gone between MP and Wells, and so far it's been all MP.
MP has left no doubt that he's ready for the next level. He's a man amongst boys right now, and the NBA is going to be in his future.
Now here's Carter. Cordova's shot is good.
Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a 5-star recruit and has a clear path to the NBA with his skill set and athleticism.
And scouts want to see him take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor, because sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
Johnson misses. Cordova, right side. Buries it from down low.
Carter has such a high basketball IQ. He's always looking for his next move and trying to find the open shooter.
Junior outside. Johnson. He's covered by Johnson. Back to Johnson. And down it goes. Jamming that one home. Sort of punctuated the attack with the one-handed slam. I like his style.
Really energizing the whole team.
Now here's Cordova. Johnson, the screen. Cordova with it. Lack picks him up. Pass to Fresh. Back to Johnson. Carter. Andrews. Covered by Junior. Off the mark there with the 3. And now the Dynasty with it. Zadirko, right side. Johnson goes back up, and he takes it up and lays it in.
He's been a force on offense all game long, at times carrying the whole team.
He helped construct this lead, and he's making sure they maintain it.
Now here's Cordova. Deshaun Carter from the outside. No good that time. Now Johnson. Over to the wing. To the middle. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
He's enjoying a hot hand in this game. He just keeps sinking one after the other.
Pass to Cordova. Right side Andrews. Carter. Kicks it out to Cordova. Now here's Fresh. Zadirko covering. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Wolfpack, Tommy Fresh, taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And a new group getting ready for the Wolfpack. Good on both attempts. And now Johnson. Left side, Davidson. Cobb to the inside. A nice shot there by Johnson.
And this run was exactly what they needed to put the game away.
Yup. This is how to seal a win in style.
Pass to Fresh. Timmerman. Here's the teardrop. It's not going to fall for him. Here's Johnson. To the wing, right side. To the paint. And so it looks like the Dynasty will retain possession here.
Substitution for the Wolfpack, Drew Robinson.
Down low. A nice shot there by Johnson.
And now we're seeing them find their groove on offense in this half.
They've been the much more efficient team, chugging along nicely right now.
I got him.
Outside Stauffer. That will do it. Put it in the books. The Dynasty continue their amazing start to the season and now stand at 12-0. Great win for them here.
A real gem. You can see why the Dynasty have been the team to beat. Great execution for them when it mattered most.
Well, you know the Wolfpack would give everything they had. You could feel the intense tone of this rivalry match early on.
Yeah, we've seen this before. Ultimately, talent just wins out. The Dynasty has a great group of players to build on, and they might have been tested here a bit, but they proved to be the better team.
For Drake Hugo, Danny Hager, this is Joe Lamy saying thanks for watching.
Yo, she was here. I didn't see her.
Yeah, she came with her cousin.
Oh, I can't believe I missed her.
Man, you mind if I talk to him real quick? I apologize, bro. Hey, look, I know we butt heads over the years, but we go to the same school now.
Bro, are you thick in the head or something? I don't like you, man.
Look, I ain't trying to be your best friend. I'm just trying to win some games.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
How about we talk on the court? And off the court, you and me win cool.
Great. That's a great attitude.
It
We're
is
going
a
to win
great
states
idea.
like
Yep,
that.
Yep, and I don't care about states.
Yeah, that's because you playing for the Scouts.
Right, and that's because you playing for the fantasy. What, you think they're going to rebuild the factories because you passing a little Jimmy in the clutch? You really want to help these people? How about you take over, make the lead? Then when you got some actual power, you can actually help these people. All right, stop this nice guy hiding behind that when the truth is, you scared to become the player you need to be in order to build a real dynasty. This is just a costume, bro. These words, meaningless, unless you put something behind that.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, think about it.